feel this responsibility in cutting into a stone like this to not mess it up. What I'm interested in expressing through my artwork is anchored in the environment, sort of a balance between nature and how man affects it and the interaction between those two. I grew up in Stowe, Vermont. I went to school at the University of Vermont. My father was in the construction business, so he had tools, and he was generous enough to let me wreck them. And I remember being determined to drill a hole in a stone. It's not as easy as it looks. I'm kind of a rock snob about what stone I want. This is my favorite stone right now. This was made from saltwater ocean beach sand in the lower Cambrian period about 540 million years ago. At that time, there were no land animals or plants. Part of what I am interested in with these piercings is that you never find this in nature, and you never find square holes. So I have a second studio, and that's a place where we can handle much larger stone, and it's in a working stone fabrication plant. A 12-foot diamond saw blade is used to cut big blocks. For preparing a cut on the wire saw, what I'll do is design the curve in chalk, pick the data points, record the data points, put them into the computer, define the spline curve, adjust the curve, verify that on the stone, and then finally feed it to the machine that's going to do the cutting. Those wheels that run the blade, part of the reason they're so big is to keep the wire running as smoothly as possible. I tune the speed of it to take away as much vibration in the wire as possible. You want the wire to run smoothly, but there's a lot that can go wrong. Because of that complex shape, the piece had settled, and so it was pinching that wire, and that's why I run it all the way back out. You know, you get a lot of work out of a short amount of setup. That cut's going now, and it'll be going for another 12 hours. Polishing's a pretty high skill, and it takes tremendous patience, but you start with one abrasive and go through a dozen different grits. If you get to a finer grit and you discover that you have not removed all of the scratches, you've got to go all the way back. If you find those iconic symbols that resonate broadly, if you can make sculpture that looks effortless but took a lot of work, that's pretty successful.